Welcome back, guys, to another Zero DTE video, and today Coach Ernie is going to be talking about market patterns, so make sure you stay tuned. If you're interested in becoming a pro trader, check out the link in the description to find Coach Ernie's Skool Community. Enjoy, guys.
Whenever I look at a chart, like a day chart or 10-minute or whatever, I'm just not really skilled yet in determining reading those candles.
Well, maybe, Jerry, maybe it would help you to try to equate this to a real world phenomenon. Now, I've tried to make the point in the past that there's something about data, because everything that we look at in the market is just a bunch of data points, where price went and so forth. It's not physical. It's not physical phenomenon, but it has a direct correlation to real physical phenomenon. And so if you thought of it that way, it would start making a lot more sense. So if you thought of the volume node as just like a topographical map or like a field with hills and valleys, that is exactly how price behaves, as if we were trying to traverse across those hills and valleys, right? There is a direct correlation to physical phenomenon and then this more ethereal set of data points, right? Direct correlation. It's almost as if they have the same properties. So if you looked at this as just a bunch of, I don't know, rock ledges if you want to, but of course I really exaggerate this. So most of these charts come in looking like this, and it's a little bit more difficult to see the edges and everything. And that's why I stretch them out like that so that they're easier to discern. But if you were to move through this and you're moving through this volume well, let's say it's very low volatility. It's like you're in a valley traversing around and going doop, 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 doop. And then you come up to a hill. You're not going to just keep on going straight through very easily unless you have some superpower. First, step back a little bit and try to climb up that hill. And then once you get to the other side, you're going to go whoop right through and then do the same thing and then go whoop right through, right? Or maybe you do this, come back. Or maybe you come through this valley and then you see that there's a creek there right in the middle and you can't jump over it, so you have to come back. It is literally a physical barrier. Well, I guess it is figuratively a physical barrier, these nodes, that is trying to impede the movement of price. I don't know if that helps you, Jerry.
It does. And I conceptually, I understand that when you're in the node, it's going to move slower as opposed to the wells, going to most likely move through very quickly.
Right. But there's these nasty little things inside the wells, these deep crevices that provide a little bit of like a test trying to get through there.
Okay,
and all these little cracks and everything are all significant. All of them. They're there for a reason, because the market, for whatever reason, has decided that it's good or bad, right? It's okay here, but it's not okay there. Why? It doesn't matter why. If you're looking for reasons, then you're looking up the wrong tree. Don't look for reasons. It's just what is. Generally, markets are trying to go from node to node to node. That's really what they're trying to do. If there are no nodes, it's above, it's looking for value then.
So is that crack that right above where you put the 60-34 line, I'm going to guess 60-40-ish, is that also another potential entry point? Or there seems to be like two low values in this between the two nodes, the one just right above the yellow line that you put right.
Yeah. They're both significant, right?
Okay.
So if I were to click on them, both of those are significant. And if you zoomed in, you would see that they are. In a day chart, it's hard to see exactly how some of the, how it's behaving in the middle of the bar, right? You can only see the ultimate end result. But if you were to zoom in to like a 5-minute, then you would start seeing exactly how that is manifesting itself.
Okay, I ask because I didn't put on a trade yet today because, if we were going put, it kind of came down and kind of started to just flatten out at that one level. So I just wasn't confident enough that it was going to move because it was stuck in the hill, like you were saying, enough to put a trade on. So I've kind of sat back and just watched.
Well, that's
Maybe
fine.
That wasn't the right approach. Okay.
No, that's fine. If you entered a new territory, right, and you're thinking of settling down there and putting a house somewhere, and you just entered it, you're not going to just say, oh, I'm going to put the house right over there. There's just no way. You need to figure out what the lay of the land is and move around and find out where your resources are and where the best egress and all of that. You need to learn and discover before you make any moves. Should be the same thing here. Until you start understanding how this all works, why would you just guess? But over time, after you do that analysis over and over again, it starts becoming more clear, and you start seeing it over and over. You start seeing patterns in the way the market's behaving, and then you develop a greater feel for how the markets interact with this memory that it's putting down, this landscape that it's putting down.
Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like button below. If you're interested in becoming a pro trader, remember to check out the link in the description for Ernie's Skool Community.